How's it going, everybody? My name is Absoulem and welcome back. This is part 29 of my full platinum walkthrough for Hollow Knight Silksong. Today we're taking a nice long drive down Sinner's Road and then heading over to the Blasted Steppes and Sands of Karak, as well as taking down a number of bosses along the way, which should hopefully be a good addition to our resume as we try and get a job in the Citadel Cauldron as an underworker. So it's going to be an exciting chapter as well as a highly rewarding one, and I hope you guys are ready to get started. But first, I want to say good job to anyone who got the riddle correctly in the last video. It was in fact a pencil. So good job on that. But of course, I'm upping the difficulty in this chapter. So here is today's riddle. The more you take, the more you leave behind. What are they? I don't know. But anyways, it's time to make our backup save on the cloud or on your hard drive to get that permanent checkpoint. So go ahead and do that. Get your life insurance set up, as I call it. But anyways, now once we have our backup save, we can go ahead and load our save file. As you can see, I'm at 4.5 hours. So my goal for the video at the end of this is to get to around the 6-hour mark. That's going to be the goal, to finish today's video around the 6-hour mark. So that should be your goal as well. Anything sub 8 hours is totally fine. However, if you're pushing over 8 hours by the end of this video today, then it's time to quit being a rebel and join the rest of the pack, okay? So anyway, 6 hours is the goal. So let's load up our save file and I'll see you in game. 1 to the 2, a 3 to the 4. My name is Hornet. I'm fucking poor. Guys, the problem is I'm super broke right now, as you can see. So I'm going to try to do something about that. More on that in a moment. But as you can see, I've only got 29 beads. But going through the rest of my inventory, we have 3 pouch upgrades and 2 tool damages. So we're pretty close to finishing out that. Let's see, we have 4 crests. We pick up the beast crest along with our previous 3 that we already had. I've used a bunch of memory lockets. I've only got 3 slots not used at this point. Here's a look at the skills and the tools that I have so far. We have the missing brother wish activated, and then here are the maps that I have at this point. We have a lot of purchases, a lot of little consistent purchases today. But speaking of maps, there is the Greymoor map that you could buy from Shaka right above us. But to save time, I'm just going to get it when I go visit her in Sinner's Road, which is going to be our first purchase, really. So I'm going to do my best to showcase enough beads along the way. I'm going to make it my absolute goal to make us money to where we don't have to use a rosary string. So I'm going to be killing a couple enemies along the way, nothing crazy. I would advise that you would kill stuff along the way just to cut down on your beads, because we spent a lot last chapter, and we don't have like a bunch of purchases that are expensive this chapter, but just like a lot of little things like Ventrica stations, you know, maps, things like that. So a lot of little things, which we'll have plenty of beads along the way just naturally, but this very first purchase is going to be a little bit challenging, so I'm showing you the poor man's route. Also, don't get captured by that cage enemy down below by the bellway. That would be very lame of you. Alright, let's go rest here and check in on our alcoholic friends. It's always good to check in on them every chapter or so. Looks like they're still just fine. I'm claustrophobic. We can kill these couple enemies right here. No, buddy, no. I'm going for him. Damn, he fell all the way down. It's also wild to see that they don't have fall damage, apparently. Ah, fuck. That one guy is going to make a big difference on beads. I promise you. We're going to be like 3 or 4 beads shy, I bet. Or, I mean, just over the amount. That's my prediction. I'm going to have enough beads, but it's going to be like I'll have like 3 left, I bet. But we shall see. You don't have to kill that guy, but do kill this guy. That other guy up top doesn't actually drop down. But pick up the rosary strings. So even if you had 0 beads and no strings in your inventory, I'm showing you all these bead locations to where you'll have at least that string plus the ones I show you. So right here, if you're cool, you can avoid getting hit by the maggots. Oh, I guess I'm not cool. It's very possible, but it's not easy. But feel free to get that one now or after you get the bench opened up. Doesn't really matter. Just get it at some point. Oh, that was sick. All right, I guess we're not getting the rest of those beads. All right, now we're gonna go free the boy. We're gonna go get a pill addiction, everybody. Because you can never have enough pill. Man, this game is not wanting to work with me on the platforming. What's up, Pill? Thanks for the help, buddy. Dude, I love these NPCs that are like out in the world. They have no business being out here, but Hornet's just like, what are you doing out here? It's super dangerous. And then they're always like, oh yeah, but I guess I should go. And then they just dip. like bye. It's like it's never occurred to them that they could have died. They're like, oh yeah, you are correct on that. All right, come over here to Benji and Kroll. These are the real boys, the homies, and they're gonna ask us to go get some guts for them, and I'm willing to oblige. Sure, I'll go collect some guts from your enemies. All right, just good old fun stuff. You know how boys are. Can you go get the guts of my enemies? Sure, I guess. All right, now we're gonna head over to the bench. Oh yeah, let's get him. I want them beads, mister. Your precious little beads. Oh, okay. That tack was just waiting for me. So drop down right here and hit the lever. That'll lower the shortcut for us to not have to constantly go through that big toxic room anymore. All right, Shocker, hold on. I'm gonna make more money because me and my viewers, we are still poor. We don't have enough. So jump over here. Get them beads. Oh wait, hold on. I still have one more trick up my sleeve. Let's get those beads in there. Now, let's see where we're at. Will we have enough? Find out next time on Dragon Ball. All right, boom. Okay, I like it. I like it. Okay, hang on. We have enough for both. Now, do we have 40? Do we have 40? Come on. Yes! Let's go. We have 40, everybody. So we're going to open up the bench real quick. Watch how ridiculously good I am. Fucking immediately gets hit. This is what happens when I try to brag. The game humbles me instantly. Oh, those branches are holding that bench up. That's my hunch. Let's go back and check. How about that, guys? We made enough money to not have to pop a rosary string. Let's fucking go. And even if you had 0 and no strings, then I showed you at least one location of a string to where that would have gotten you enough as well. Go ahead and rest there. Definitely buy the 2 maps. And now we can go farm some guts. Everybody, we're gonna go get some guts. Exciting stuff. One gut, 2 guts, 3 guts, 4. That's what I like to think that Hornet's thinking about. Oh, shit. Forgot about that guy. Nothing like ripping the guts out of your enemies. You know? It's a good hobby. Also, there are shards up here if you need them. Looks like I'm maxed out right now, but if you needed them, there's a good way to top off for your tools. And now we can pick up the barbed bracelet, which is a tool that we need for the 100%. We can't go up to the chef fight because we don't have the Fey Down cloak. Once you unlock the Fey Down, we'll have everything we need. So if you haven't gotten those beads, I would do it, you know, at some point while we're farming. The ones that were below. I like farming with the Cogfly. It makes things a little bit easier. Plus, these guys drop shards, so it's nice to just like reset it constantly. Oh, okay. Actually, that's a speedrun strategy to get back to the bench. I was doing that. It's intentional. Actually, that's just IQ level 300. You probably aren't even thinking in that kind of galaxy. You're probably not even aware how fast of a reset that was. It's okay, you'll get there one day. Ooh, that's fast. I like that. I like that. All right, where are we at? 8. Sick. Nine. Oh, let's go. Let my robots do it for me. All right, now let's go turn in the wish. I'm sure Benji and Kroll will be so excited. They're going to be so amped when they see all these guts I just picked up. Go ahead and just reset there because I don't want to have to come back and do it. Hey. Got some really good guts here, guys. Top notch. And this will give us the tack tool. Boom, tacks. And feel free to exhaust their dialogue if you want. All right, now we're going up. No, I'm not falling for it. Nope, stop it. Jeez. That tech kept going. Alright, feel free to hit the bench if you want. Doesn't really matter. We're just going across here. We're going to make it to that other bench. So as long as you got enough health to get there, you'll be alright. We don't need to get anything in this room. All right, nice little beads. Head over here. You can do this after the bench if you'd want, since you do have to kill enemies. But free that flea. Let's go. That was easy. That was so easy. I wasn't even worried. I'm gonna head to the right here. Probably should hit this bench before I end up dying. Plus, it's always nice to spend some quality time with our slave. What's up, buddy? You've been hard at work. Good job. Give me that silk eater. Good job. Oh, this is a good one. This is a good silk eater. All right, well, he's happy now, so that's cool. I feel like my YouTube channel is probably demonetized now for saying, like, oh, what a good slave. Like, it's like, no, it was in the game, I swear. It's like, nope, you're canceled. All right, now we're heading up. We can pick up the shard bundle, but also open up Blight Town. It's definitely Blight Town. If you know, you know. Some people might refer to it as Biowater, but it's Blight Town. So now we're gonna get the simple key from killing this enemy. Just go crazy. Boom. Oh, it stole my fucking heal from me. What happened to staying in the air, game? Alright, so anyways, once you have the key, we can come back. I'm kind of pissed off now. I gotta, like, actually try. Wow, alright. Almost died there, but we're okay. So now with our simple key, we can go free the green prince. Boom. So as you know, he is a mandatory NPC. So best to free him now so we can start working on his dialogue quest to move him along. So definitely talk to him in his entirety. There we go. Now, if you need to, hit the bench for whatever reason, and now when you're ready, we can head up. And go to the left. And we get a bunch of rosary beads. Let's go. And now we're going to head over to the exhaust organ. Thank God we don't have to do the mist. Oh, shit. All right. We don't have to do the mist anymore. Thank goodness. There's been some more progress on that in terms of speedrunning. If you're interested, there's even more progress. People are just slowly but surely fine-tuning like the best way to go about it. I think the latest method I saw was using the spider string tool, but it's like, at that point, why would you even, like, you know, it's like more work to get the spider string than it would be to go through it. So it's like, it does make it faster, but it's not, it's maybe not the most efficient for like speedruns. So I'm curious to see, you know, maybe like 6 months from now, like when everybody's, pretty well locked in the speedrun. I'm curious what the final version of everything will be. But head over here to the top left corner and go to the secret room where we can jump off and go free a flea. What's up, little buddy? Out here by your lonesome. That guy's got to be the most lonely flea out here. He was in the mist, and yeah, just not good. Not good at all. Oh. Oof, oof, no, no, no. Now we're heading back to the elevator. All right, now we are actually going to go open up this area a little bit more. We haven't really done too much in the Citadel so far, you know, because we've been just backtracking. But now we're going to open up the first shrine because, you know, that's obvious. It is our home base. If you hadn't gotten that memory locket, that would be the good time to do that. So you can buy the Citadel map or the Coral Chambers. You can do it there or there's another spot later, but it's best just to get it out of the way now. And now we're going to head up to the Terminus. If you were like super low on money, I'm about to make some big purchases. So I would say if you, actually hang on, go down and to the left. If you don't have a lot of rosary strings, then I would wait to buy the map until much later in the chapter. I'll show you where it would be. But if you have a bunch of strings like me, then it doesn't really matter too much. We're not doing any purchases like right this second, but I'm just saying, you know, if you're worried about it, because I'm gonna be buying the shop items from Jubilee or whatever the merchant's name is. Ow. Never get over how fast these guys are. It's crazy. Sure, I suppose I'll give you some rosary beads. So this will open up our fast travel, so that'll be nice. Drop down here, and we need to talk to this guy, progress his quest thing. He's the Silk and Soul guy, you know, so he's the most important NPC in the whole game. Because he is the sole reason we go to Act 3. So we want to progress his thing. He has a lot of dialogue. Something like, I don't know, being the main character NPC. The main story NPC. It's something about that. I think that's probably why he has a lot of dialogue, if I had to guess. All right, once he gets to Limply Lay, then that's the last line there. So, all right. Now we want to pick up Wandering Merchant. The other two we're not going to pick those up. So just leave those alone for now. You could pick up the Residents of Songclave because we are going to be killing a number of them. I'll probably end up doing it at some point throughout the chapters, but at the moment, we don't need it. But if you want to pick it up just to have it, go for it because you do get rosary beads in exchange, and you know how many of the cloaked people we see throughout the place. But with First Shrine opened up, now we're going to head over to the Grand Bellway where we can transport back over to Shellwood. But that at least opens up the Citadel, so now we have fast travel points to the top of the Citadel. That'll help us out later, but more importantly, it lets us pick up the Wandering Merchant, which we will actually dump ourselves out into where the merchant is. So it's good to get it for a number of reasons. But once we're in Shellwood, head to the left, and you can rest at this bench. If you wanted, you could make the backup save here. I guess, like, I don't know, if you just wanted to make a checkpoint, because we're about to go to the Blasted Steps, and there is a bench, but you have to buy it. So if you didn't have enough money to buy the bench, I could see where you might want to make a checkpoint. But I'm going to hold off on the backup saves until we reach the second bench. By the way, there's beads up there. If you feel confident in this area, it's not like a crazy hard area, but I could see where you might not want to die at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and buy this bench. Yeah, if you didn't want to buy this bench, you don't have to. There is the second free one later on. Whoops. I will be killing these guys at least once. So do that and drop the shortcut down. Hornet. Come on now. Act like we played the game before. I was one thing too far. Alright, so now get the memory locket. That's the important thing. Ow. I don't know why I didn't think I could go back to the right there. Alright, now we're gonna head down. Oh, he tricked me out. I hate these little cone people. Actually, I just don't like any of these enemies in this area. Alright, trying to land right there for the rosary strings. If you fall down, you're all the way back at the beginning of the blasted steps, so try not to do that. Now head to the right where we're going to get the map. Like I said, we have a lot of consistently small purchases throughout this chapter. But as I was saying, we always we completely get all the beads as we go, but it's a lot of little things. Can you get back here, sir? Okay. Be like that then. Oh my god. That wind came in the worst time. Get these beads as well. And there is a silk eater if you would like. Oh my god, I already hit that boulder. What are we doing, game? What a dummy. Hold on, let me catch up my notes real quick. All right, still very much on track. So we're gonna hit this lever. And then just make our way up. And now we're gonna buy the bellway and the bench and all that. So if you didn't want to buy that first bench, you didn't have to. You could have bought this one instead. It's up to you. See, we're always gonna have enough beads, but it's gonna be a close one every time. If you, like I was saying earlier, if you really wanted to save, you didn't have to buy the map, the Coral Chambers map, at that one spot. We will get it later. So if you wanted to, you could hold off if you wanted to make these purchases first. All right, you can get this flea now or later. First off, I'm just going to say what's up to Grendel. Make him go to his shop. There's shards in there if you needed shards. This flea we can get now or whenever we open up the shortcut here later, you could drop down and get him there, but might as well just knock it out. Now drop all the way down to the left. And we don't actually have to play the dice game now, because since we're in Act 2 and we never interacted with him or anything, he just died. So, finders keepers. He probably didn't want to get humiliated again. We made him look stupid. We beat him at his own game. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and set up our loadout a little bit. I'm also going to activate some memory lockets. Or I guess a memory locket. So I'm going to go ahead and put on a few items here that I would like. So first I'm going to take off the compass. I know. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to leave it like that for now. So we don't really need the compass. I know like you guys know where we're at this point. I'll still obviously show where I'm at. But oh, by the way, this is a good backup save point. I'm actually going to make a backup save here as well. But yeah, definitely make a backup save. All right, just a quick check-in. As you can see, my save file is now just shy of 5 hours after that backup save, if that gives you an idea of where we're at. So definitely going to make a backup save at this point, because we have a couple bosses coming up, and honestly, just all that stuff we just did isn't hard. It's just kind of the tedious stuff that I don't want to have to repeat if I was to, like, die or something. I don't expect to, but we'll see. I would hate to have to repeat all that bullshit. I'm gonna kill these guys once for the beads, but otherwise, if you were to die to the boss, you don't feel like you have to just keep killing these guys. If you think for a second I'm gonna wait on you. All right, drop down. If the wind would work with me. We want to drop down. Just keep dropping down to the left. And this will give us a craft medal. So that is exciting. So now we have a craft medal, which we will hang on to for now. I think I have a place I'd like to use it. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I bet you know what's coming up. I bet you know. We're gonna make some friends. That's what you thought. No, this is gonna be the last judge fight, which you might or might not have struggled with. This is one of those fights I think some people really struggle with it and others don't find it that hard. This game has a couple different types of bosses. There's like the geometric ones. There's the ones that have like visuals. Hang on, I can't even hear myself. But yeah, there's the visually crazy ones. There's the geometric, and then there's the like move set. Like I think this is more of a move set boss. You just memorize the 3 or 4 moves. But you might or might not remember the move set. Let's just avoid the spinning. Whenever she slams like that, get to the side. I'm going to deploy a few things, and then you might remember we have to stand between the fire. And then jump, and that's your best window of attack on that one. And then that's the last move that she does. Hang on. Oh my god, my nose itched so bad. Okay, we're good. That's all I could think of. Alright, so now is gonna be like the little bit crazier phase. It's 4 of these. Light her up. Go crazy with our cog flies. Pop everything you have. Oh, my Conchfly. Good job. Oh, wait, yeah. Back up, guys. Come on. Over here, buddy. I feel like I'm the sea turtle in Finding Nemo. And I've got all the like little fishes. All right. So last judge did not stand a chance. I feel like I'm in the anemone and I'm just like, I've got the school on my back. If you remember in the movie. Like, come on, class. So I'm just going to quickly open the gate here and pick up the map. I suppose I'll give it some beads. Grand gate. All right, now if you wanted to make another backup save at that bench that you know, that we just made the backup save at. If you wanted to, you could do that now. I'm gonna just not, because I don't really find myself struggling with the boss that we're about to fight. But, you know, if you wanted to. But I feel like the one backup save that we made is fine. But I'll show you just in case. You could definitely make your backup save here at this bench just to save yourself a little bit of time. Especially if the last judge is difficult. But whenever you're ready, drop down. And head over here. And we're gonna fight the coral guys or whatever. The conch shell people. Oh, looks like Ted didn't make it. I like to stand right here and just chip away at their health. Like so. You just gotta kill one if you remember. I just kind of stand in the middle. And just kind of wait for an opportunity every time. Oh. That was not very nice. And you can use your cogflies as well if you'd like. Doesn't really matter. But yeah, it's really just about standing in the middle. And there we go. So, not too bad. Again, that's why I don't really think a backup save's needed, but if you wanted to be safe, you could. But we'll go kill that guy in a minute. It's kind of our goal, is to work towards that boss fight. Yeah, I'll let you decide if you want the backup save then. At this point, like, I don't really think you need to make another backup save, but at least not right now, but the one that I would suggest if you're struggling a little bit would be the next time to be, where do you call it? When we get to the edge of Sands of Karak, there's that elevator shaft, if you remember. Shit, this wind, it just keeps... Like, okay, I get it. Boom, boom, boom. What's up, Pinterest? She's the sister of the seamstress all the way in far fields. I'm going to try to point it out this time around because I really do think that these NPCs will be something to do with the DLC. I really think the missing sister will be... I think there's 4 of them if I had to guess. There's the Pinterest, the seamstress, the one in Bilewater, the green one where where the boss is. Goal, the Great or whatever, he is residing in a tent that's the green one. We don't really know her name, but the lore does suggest that there was a 3rd one, but I think there might be a hidden 4th one that might be the one we use for the DLC to like level up. That's just a hunch. Alright, so once she falls asleep on you, you're good to go. If you wanted to make a save, you could at that point. But again, I don't think it's that needed. It's nice to have all of our abilities back, except for the Fade Down Cloak, which we will get eventually, but we're almost there. We have our loadout that we're used to. Gosh, goodness gracious. Haha, take that. Hey, let's get the text off the screen, game. Hang on, actually, let me catch up my notes. Okie dokie. So we're going for that memory locket over here. How? How did that man know that I was going to the bottom left corner of all places? I'm telling you, they have aimbots or something. Ooh, take that. All right, this is by far the trickiest one in my opinion. So if you hit it, whoops. If you hit it, then just fall and get over here as soon as you can. And then I like to get on the right side here. There you go. If you're quick, you can get up and over. All right. And now we can go by the map. Hopefully. I think I have enough. Nope, I don't. Okay, cool. Uh-oh. I guess you could wait to buy it if you wanted. If you had no strings, we will pick up more beads along the way. Let's see. I'll just pop one of the big ones. Like I said, if you didn't have the beads, the best way to do it would have been not to buy the coral map, buy everything along the way, and then get the coral map at the end once we've picked up the beads. That would have been the best way to go about it if you just have no beads at all in your reserve. But if you're like me and you have several strings, then it doesn't really matter when we buy things. But yes, definitely do that. There's shards above chakra if you'd like. Okay, now we can go get the Crustnut. My god, game, please. Why, game? I'm just gonna play smart for a second and go reset at the bench here. Play smart, you know? And I'll just leave it up to you if you feel like making backup saves at any one of these points that I go to. You know, the only one I'm going to recommend is once we get to the end of Sands. But other than that, you know, if you need it, go for it. If not, don't worry about it. Yeah, I just had a very unfortunate, like, usually I can get above this guy like that, but it was being very annoying. All right, now we're heading for the Crustnut, which is part of the delivery quest for the Great Taste of Farloom that we need for our 100%. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Jeez. Hoard it. Calm down. I don't even know why she did that. I might have accidentally hit the dash button or something, because, like, that was wild. She just decided to go on a trip. I'm very bad at the jumping ones without hitting them. The reason I clear out more of them is because on the way back you might be at like 1 HP and you might just get like where you jump and then you hit it by accident. So if I can help it, I try to eliminate any potential death. Whoa there. That one's the tricky one. Ooh, that was worth it, if I'm being honest. So close. There we go. It was just right there. I don't know. Barely any coral in the way. If I'm being honest, it was just right there in the entrance of that room. You don't have to go to the low part. See, like when you jump, you might have hit your head on one of them. So it is worth it, in my opinion, to clear out some of those on the path you take, at least. All right, so you can hit the bench below if you want. If you're feeling confident, then just head out. Hey guy, why don't you come down here and fight me? Like, actually fight me. Dude, he goes up at the last second. Like, what is that? Man. All right, now we're clearing out here, and now we're gonna go up. You can hit that one off. And I like to claw line off of that one. And there we go, we freed the flea. Go home, buddy. I think that's number 14 that we need to teleport the guys. It's either number 13 or 14. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I know we're gonna have enough fleas by the end of this chapter to have the ability to move the fleas from Greymoor to the Grand Gate, but I'm not gonna do it this chapter. Dang it. I'm not gonna do it this chapter, but we'll have enough. There we go. We're so close. Oh shit. All right, no more dashing into the room. Oh, that was close. I'm gonna go ahead and rest before I do anything stupid. All right, so go ahead and pick up the simple key. And you can do the backup save now if you want, or after you go down here for a second. We want to open up the shortcut. So yeah, you could do the backup save like after you open up this if you want, because we have the second boss fight. So now we've opened up blasted steps in all the different paths. So yeah, this is when I would do the backup save if you feel like you're not going to do very well against the boss. Okay, so we need to drop down. Okay, cool. Sick. Drop down, you gotta be really quick with this. Love when I'm getting hit as I'm trying to parkour. Oh my god, game! Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna reset. Actually, I'm gonna probably want to reset at the bench because I don't think I'm gonna be able to get enough health. That was just very unfortunate to hit every possible obstacle in my face and have the enemies attack me perfectly every single time I jump. Just some good old streaming luck. I always love when the game is... I swear it knows when you're recording. It's like Santa Claus. It knows when you are sleeping. Oh my god, he moves like perfectly. This is so infuriating. Like they just know. I'm about to absolutely rage here. See how easy that was when we didn't have an enemy in our face? Wow, look at that. Also, there's a random room up here if you need silk. That's a challenging one for sure. Oh, Hornet missed by like a fucking inch. Not the way you're supposed to do that, but I will take it. So first you can come up here, and if you wanted to, you could open up this shortcut and then go all the way down and rest at that bench at the Bellway and Blasted Steps and make a backup save there. And then that way you just have to like go straight up. You don't have to do that whole obstacle course. So that would be a smart place to do the backup save if you're a little unsure about this boss. So let me grab some shards. I don't think... Wait, what? Alright. I don't think I've ever had to do that. Alright, so focus up here. Whenever he throws something at you, just melee it. Okay, or do that. That's also an option. But yeah, just like that. And then I just stay in the middle. Kind of predict whatever he's about to do. What? Turn... Okay, Gabe. If you say so. All right, now I'm in a rhythm. There we go. Now I'm okay. So yeah, I just stay in the middle the whole time, pretty much. Just dodge whatever you gotta dodge. I find that meleeing those is the best case. Like, you're gonna... Oh, the Conchfly took it again. All right, I need to have a chat with them. They're making me look bad. Like, I love that they're helping, but like... You killed the last one. Let me have this one, okay? Game? All right? Cogflies are getting a little too sure of themselves, you know? It's like, hey, don't forget that you're not the main character. I let you come along on these journeys, Cogflies. Not to show me up. All right, so grab the conch cutter. That is a tool, and then you can rest the bench here. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully that boss is easy for you guys. I think that method for myself is the easiest, where you just stand in the middle and then just kind of dodge, and whenever they throw something at you, just melee it, and it basically shuts down their only attack. Okay, and let's see. That's right. Yeah, we're going to go all the way down to Blasted Steps. Okay, let's hit every single enemy on the way down. That's the best move. Oh, not what? What? We're not grabbing or what? Sometimes I swear, like, Hornet decides not to grab something. She'll grab the ledge every other time, but the one time I actually wanted to do it, it doesn't work. All right, so we're heading to, actually, no, we're not heading anywhere. What am I doing? We're heading to the Grand Gate. Or we're just gonna go get killed. That's also an option we could do. So now we're going to take the elevator down and go apply for a job in the Underworks. Make sure you grab that map if you haven't already. I sure hope it doesn't break. Let's see. Yeah, we have enough beads for the bench. I'm going to buy that first bench. And then we need to get the map in Underworks as well. Aww. I don't think that was our fault. I'm pretty sure that elevator was already faulty. In fact, I might have to call somebody and sue them. It wasn't me banging against it for, 20 times. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to go ahead and just clean up our thing real quick. So I'm going to go ahead and use a memory locket while I'm thinking of it. And then as far as this goes, let's see. Yeah, all right. I still want all that. Honey, I'm home. I had nowhere to go in that corner. Alright, I'm gonna try to make this quick. Usually that enemy's on the right there, you can crush them, but sometimes it just doesn't work out for you. So head to the left and get the map. And then there's also a relic here that we can turn in for rosaries to save us a little bit of money. Goodness. Tiny Morwing just didn't want to go. There are 2 beads right there. It's very important you get those 2 beads. Alright, pretty much topped off on shards now, so that's good. Alright, you don't have to... Oh, okay. I didn't think I jumped, but alright. You don't have to kill all these people and whatnot. It's just a matter of not dying at this point, should. It's more just about getting through. I knew it. I knew it. I got a little greedy there. Hold on. I'm just going to cut back to when I get to that spot. Okay. Yeah, that was my bad. I thought I had at least one, you know, good hit. It's always something I forget about. It's like the fan or some bullshit. Anyways, there's a shard bundle, which is super important. Glad that I died for that. Really happy. Okay, can something like... Can I get the timing? Clearly, it's just not working for me. It's not a hard section. I just keep messing it up. You can go up if you want. There's like, what do you call it? The NPC and all that. Then we're gonna loop around for that, so don't worry too much about that. Whoa there. Alright, so this room halfway up the right has some beads in it, but be careful, there are these 2... I don't know how I survived that, to be honest. I'm playing very reckless right now, but get the rosary strings there if you can. And then we're not going to go to the bench just yet. We're going to head to the right. And yeah, now this one's just really about getting through. And then we're going to get the Ventrica station opened up. 10 beads. 10 beads. Good thing we're picking up these rosary strings along the way. Oh yeah, I don't actually need to travel, but let's continue along. We can go down. Yep, that was the plan. Down and to the left, and we're gonna make our way over here for the spool fragment lockdown. Oh, I thought he was dead. Ah! Surprise! That guy's just gonna kill himself, so don't worry about that. And then these are the last two, I believe. Oh, I look so cool right there. All right, so get the spool fragment. Yes, we are getting ever so closer to that final spool fragment. And this is going to open us up to get back to the main chamber here where we came from. I don't like how that guy is moaning when he's cleaning the sides there. I don't like that. Alright, come up to the bench here. You can buy it and rest there if you want. I am not, though. But I am going to jump up into the secret room up here and go to the left. Oh, wait, whoops, hold on. No, I was right. Okay, hold on. I don't know why that just didn't feel like the right spot, but get the memory locket. Feel free to let the butterflies out. And once you have the memory locket, we can go back down. Again, if you wanted to rest there, you could. Oh, that was a close one. Get those little beads. Forgot how many lockdowns there are just back to back. Yeah, why does he moan like that? That's just weird. Not a fan of that. All right, so we're gonna go down and to the left, hit the lever, which will actually not that one, the next one down. This one. That's gonna drop the thing all the way down. Just gonna allow us to just drop all the way. Hit that. And then we can go underneath and pick up the drill. Like so. The Delver's drill. How? Okay, that's a new one. Love it. I swear, it's got to be like it's me messing up, but then sometimes it's my controller. I think it's an old controller. I think I talked about it earlier. Like this is the last game. It's gonna retire on Silksong. Okay, yeah, that's that area. That's what I was thinking, but I'm gonna double check. Dude, leave me the fuck alone! Just leave me alone. Just leave me alone. There, reset him. Okay. Heading up to the right here. Now this right path leads us to some rosary string. There you go. It's another spot to pick that up. I hate this. I hate it. I hate it so much, dude. Why? Why is it always the little guys? Okay, I reset. Or I didn't reset my save or anything, but I just got back to where I was. I can't believe it's always the little stupid flies that kill me. It's like, final bosses, whatever. Final judge, no big deal. Little tiny moorwing fly, oh yeah, dead every time. Just as how it goes, I guess, at this point for me. Just the nature of the beast. All right, so rest there. Let's see. Yeah, we can't... There's nothing to the right there. That's just the fountain. Hold on. We got to drop down, but it is Act 2. So I'm pretty sure we haven't opened this yet. Yeah, we're going to open that up. All right, but there's enemies here now because it's Act 2. This is where if you picked up that wish for the cloaks or whatever, this would have been nice to have if you wanted for those rosary strings. We'll have opportunities to get it done. So drop down on the floor right there. And now we're gonna go up. For a spool fragment. Another one. And then we can just head back over to where we were. Hit the lever. I think there's shards in here, if I remember. Yeah. Bunch of shards. And we'll get that eventually. That Ventrica station. Also, that's where you would buy the map if you hadn't already. It would have been like right here. So that's where you could see, like, if we had saved those 7 or 90, I think it was, you could see how we wouldn't have had to pop the strings until now. And then, as you can see, I'm at 165 beads. So it's probably the more efficient way to do it. But, you know, whatever. I have the strings, so I'm not really that worried about it. But that would be that point. But make sure you buy the map if you haven't already. All right, now we're back. And then this is Whiterun. We don't have the key just yet, so we're not going to do that. And then head to the left here. We're going to free the merchant. Oh, okay. Love when I'm trying to heal and I just can't get away. Man. Come out. Come out now. Was it Jubilee or what's... Jubiliana. Wait, Jubilee's that YouTube channel. That's what I'm thinking of. All right, Jubilana. Juby something, you know? Something like that. Or as I like to call her, the pack mule. She has all the shit that we need. All right, so exhaust her dialogue. We can come up and over where there are some beads and a big necklace, so that's definitely worth it. And we'll meet her at the first shrine later. But that's that wish that we had. So now we've done that. As you can see, we have a decent amount of stuff to get rosary beads. We have the bone scroll. We have all the, what do you call them? The frayed beads or whatever. So we're doing pretty good. All right, so we're going to break that glass. And we've already opened the gate here. But if not, you would have had to go up and around. And then you could, there's a lockdown and you'd hit that lever. But we already did that on our speed run. So we don't really have to do much right here. Whoa. Just don't die like me. Apparently I just have a death wish this chapter. I'm making things so much more difficult than I need to. Okay, that's just horseshit. All right, whatever. Okay, got my cocoon back. Oh my gosh, I am so done right now. It's like the game's against me or my controller against me. One of these things is like inevitably causing me to just get wrecked. But we made it, finally. All right, go to the first shrine. It's like my trigger, the left trigger is a big problem. It's like my controller's just seen better days. It's like the inputs, they work and then they don't work. And then the game itself is, you know, ruining my day. So I'm just having a gauntlet of issues over here, but we're okay. We made it back to Juby. Now it's time to buy a couple things here. So I'm gonna go ahead and get both the key and the Ascendant's grip. If you don't have the beads, that's fine. You can either pop your strings or you could return to Bellheart really quick and turn in some stuff. I'm just gonna go crazy with the strings here. There we go. I think that's enough. Yeah. But I'm gonna buy the key, the white key, and the Ascendant's grip. And then I'm gonna leave the rest of these for now. And let's see, now I'm gonna set up my loadout so we can use our last memory locket, which will catch us up on all of the memory locket slots so far. And then I'm gonna now put on my more permanent loadout, which is going to be this. So now at this point in our playthrough, we finally have our full kit, everything that we want to use. So that's pretty nice. And we're all caught up on wishes. And you can see that now we have a decent chunk of the maps and everything like that. So it's feeling pretty complete. And that's pretty much the chapter. Next chapter is going to get a lot of stuff done as well throughout the Citadel. And, you know, we might go to the slab, stuff like that. So we have a lot of our of completion, what do you call it? Like a lot of the completionist type stuff right now. We're not doing the bosses as much. We're doing more like go get all the tools. So that's going to be this chapter and next chapter. We're going to be focused heavily on just getting all the stuff in the Citadel before we push onward with the actual like zones and stuff like biowater and whatnot. So we're going to do some more rounding up next chapter, and it's going to be fun, and we'll have even more stuff. So thanks for watching, and that's going to wrap up chapter 29. I'll see you guys in, wow, chapter 30. That's crazy. Anyways, have a good one, and I'll see you in the next one.